Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are alive and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Good to see you guys. 8-inch Destroyer was first tonight. Good to see 8-inch Destroyer.
My work is easy because
Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see Eagle Steve, Tom Larson, Conqueror of Balls, welcome. Bill 457, CCT is here. Ridge Runner is here. Gordon Siska's here. Good to see you guys. All right, glad you're here. As we get right into it, we're expecting some scammers to call us, but hey, you never know. We're on the edge of our seat always when it comes to the scammers. Annie Oakley is here. We're going to see what Annie Oakley has to say about this comment from the COMEX and LBMA video I posted this morning. If you haven't seen it, I hope you will check it out. It says, I think your $30 floor guess is pretty safely conservative. I'm calling double that. What the heck? You only live once. Well, that's true, but remember, I said floor. In other words, I think that's solid support. I'm not saying it's going to get down that low. I just don't see it going below that at all. I think that's a solid barrier. I think, if anything, probably I don't see it going much below $34. But yes, we'll see. But as far as going higher, I think that's quite possible. I still think we could see 40. I'm not ready to go there yet, though. Maybe soon I will. I've already been right twice about where silver's going to go this year, but it only barely touched $39. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. All right, welcome. Keith Havens is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. THS is here. Welcome. Glad to see you guys. Dennis Niemeyer. Let's get to the next comment. Big Green Stacker says here, I'm still new to stacking and hope the prices stay low for a while longer. I hear you. It'd be nice as a buyer. It's always nice when the prices are low and you get a good deal. And you can get a good deal now. If you check out the video I posted, or the community post at Summit Metals, go check that community post. I don't want to say the code name here because I forget. It's 3 S's though, but yes, indeed. So check it out. Stephen Higby says here, it makes you wonder why people sell collections like that when they don't need the money. Well, he may need the money now. Hopefully it's not his whole collection, but he may need the money. That might be why he's selling it. They didn't say exactly why he was selling it or if it was going to proceeds were going to go to charity or anything like that. I have not heard anything about that. Javier Correll, I bought myself 2 third-ounce platinum coins and the spot went down to a bit over 900. Glad I did. Really should have got more. Hindsight's always 20/20, but good job on getting them at a low price. I've always said, I've been very consistent about that, saying that anything under $1,000 for platinum is a steal. And so, yes, indeed. Gene Fevers is here. Welcome. Marcin Lucas, Mustang Sal, Elevate Metal. I like that. Here comes a scammer. I like that a lot. That's good. Here we go. It's an auto dial. Let's see if it will take. I'll give it a shot here. And let's see here. We got Bill Button says, did someone say silver squeeze? All right, there you go. Yep, we got a semblance of it here. Yep, call ended here. All right, evening to you guys. Welcome, one and all. And Richard Metcalf says, your dream coin is my dream coin. That high relief double eagle is to die for. It really is. I tell you what, it'd be sweet to have that in a collection. Indeed. Zardos is here. I'm about to break even on my 10th-ounce platinum coin. Congratulations. Way to go, Zardos. Very, very cool. Silver Scientist is here. Paul Tissue is here. Welcome, guys. Glad you're here with me tonight. Reese L4D says here, I will tell you what we're seeing now. Let's see. A mysterious entity that probably previously shorted silver and is probably very knowledgeable about metals markets decided it is possible to squeeze all the remaining shorts, which is what this entity is now doing. In short, the silver is being manipulated, except this time it's the longs doing it. All right, there you go. All right, the longs are in control, but the shorts still have a lot of playroom, and I talked about that recently in a video. All right, and let's see what we've got here. We've got Michael Morley says here, silver finally tracked down a 10-ounce Royal Mint 2025 Queen's Panther. Nice. Yeah, the Queen's Panther, the new. I haven't kept up with the Tudor Beast, but I guess that's part of the Tudor Beast. But anyways, oh, there you go. Originally gerrymandering. I fancy the change. All right, thank you, gerrymandering. All right, there you go, Morrison Lucas. All right, thank you. Hope I remember that. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for letting me know. And Tom Larson is here. Richard Metcalf is with us tonight. Good crowd. Appreciate you guys being here. And there is a thumbs up button if you so desire to press it. If not, well, I can't force you to not press it. That's right. I sure can't. Let's see here. We've got this from Lunar Pleasant. It says here, 5 days in a row, there's been a repetitive pattern in silver going up and down. Looks like someone has automatically to sell a huge amount one day right after the open, then the next day to buy a huge amount. And taking tons of silver at a time, and started on the 13th when it shot up to 39. The first transaction is actually what shot up. It passed 38.55, and the 38.93 when purchases in silver were dropping and was stabilizing at $38.50 for 5 hours with virtually no movement on price. Yeah, it's been an interesting week for sure. It's been a wild week. Silver's price, according to your poll, did not quite hit $40, no, but it was up 4 cents a day, still stayed above 38, which was your guess last week if you were here on Sunday night, last Sunday night. All right. And we have got here from Cybercurrent Twitcher looking at today's shopping bill. I'm not sure if silver or gold is keeping up with inflation. Still way better than I had stuffed that paper currency under the mattress, though. Yes, I think it depends on what you're buying and where you live, too. I think there's a number of different factors that come into play here with regards to that. All right. And let's get over here to this. Every time they tell me not to push a button, I always look away until they look away. Then I smash that some bitch. There you go. All right. I love it. That's great. Awesome. Thank you, 8-inch Destroyer. There's John Knox is with us tonight. Lisa Anderson is here. Welcome, Lisa. All right, we've got Craven Silver Gold with this as we pound our way through the broadcast tonight. Says this, well, 90% junk is also talking about America history. If you melt it away, then it just means America's history was also nothing but 90% made up junk. And U.S. history really doesn't mean anything to the average American these days. And just like the people that use that type of money are mostly all long gone by now, so will be the old money they used to feed the new age of Americans that love to live in some type of dream worlds that will never really exist as this whole fairy tale is breaking down. Yeah, it's always a good idea to save and preserve history for sure. And the constitutional silver is the kind of history you can trade on for cheaply to your neighbors, which is really neat. That's why I don't like to see it melted down. Hold on to that stuff, that's for sure. I'm a big fan of constitutional silver, no question about that. All right. Very good. Let's see here. And good evening to you, Conqueror Balls. Welcome. Good to see you. HVAC Residential Basics is with us tonight. Good to see you. We're almost at 100 viewers tonight. Thank you, guys. All right. Let's see here. And what do we have here? What's going on with platinum? Lots going on. I've been doing videos about it. In fact, I just did a video about it yesterday. So check out the video I posted yesterday. Jen Penske talked about it for sure. And we've got this from Collector. Collector says here, I bought the 5-year series of platinum for a reason. 2025 endurance. Yeah, I'm even. There you go. Nice. When you're collecting coins like that, it's really cool. You really can get a sense of what they mean and what they're about and the importance and the significance of them. Yes, indeed. Always fun to complete a series. It really is. I'm hoping to be able to do that here soon, if it really is going to be complete. So I don't know. And it's always the fear of them doing another one. But anyways, Michael K is here with us tonight. Good to see Michael K. Welcome, my friend. Sibaral. says BS. When people do that, they just they're so confident in what they say and to down others. They BS. Russia doesn't need to buy silver secretly because Russia has enough silver deposits of its own on Russian soil. And then, thus, Russia could supply the entire world with silver. But why would they do that? Well, why would they not buy, even if they can produce their own silver? China produces their own silver, and they still buy, even from the Western markets. I've documented that on this channel. So they are buying, and likely probably will be buying. And the thing is it does cost time, money, and materials to mine that silver as well, too. And you don't know how much silver that Russia has. No one really fully knows under the ground what they've got. So, anyways, you can look at mining history of silver in Russia. Likely they've probably done well. I think they're a larger producer, but they're nowhere near Mexico, that's for sure. DD Prepper says here, yes, sir, there's nothing wrong with squeezing your silver. Worldwide shortage, back up the truck. There you go. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. And very good. Let's see what we've got happening here. No more. Yeah, Russia also has platinum. Siberia is a big platinum mining area. That is the second largest producing nation. South Africa being the first producing nation, the number one producing nation. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stackers here. Good to see you. And we've got Jean Lefevre says, I like silver as a hedge against the troubles of the world. Yes, it is nice. Very, very nice. Anita Humbet with the scales of justice on this video. Thank you so much. The video I just did, another sign the silver market is in trouble. If you get a chance, check that video out as well. Richard Metcalf says, no taxes of any kind on precious metal. They should consider that money already taxed when they tax your paycheck. After all, you've been exchanging one form of money already taxed for another. Exactly right. That makes too much sense, though, Richard Metcalf. They don't like that. Yes, indeed. Hello, Shotgun Susie. Glad you're here. Harry Carpenter is here. You guys have pulled us up to over 100 viewers. Thank you. There's Morris Monet, or Monet. Good to see you, Morris. Glad you're here as well. And let's get over here to Michael Amijo. Says, let's see. The following. I strongly feel that when not, if Trump will remove Powell, the new Fed chair will lower interest rates by 3 to 5 points very quickly. And this will cause gold, silver, and Bitcoin to skyrocket. We could see $150 an ounce silver and $5,000 an ounce gold, if not higher. Yes. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess, yeah, if he were to lower it just immediately, yeah, it could cause a panic and gold and silver could climb up. I don't know that by that much, but I think they would probably go up if they do it sooner than anticipated. Any kind of surprise is going to be a shock to the system, to the whole system. And I think silver could maybe go up over $40, but I don't know much more than that. I don't think gold will go. Gold is kind of almost topped out. I mean, barring just a massive uptick in buying by central banks, I don't know that we're going to see much more movement in gold. It is still quite possible we could see $4,000 by this year, but I think that that is going to be barring if that is barring anybody buying a whole lot more gold. All right, Silver Shelby is here. Welcome, Silver Shelby. Let's see. See you at 6. That's right, Michael K. We are here at 6 o'clock and after 6. Glad you're here with us to peruse through this broadcast. All right, he's got a question about palladium. I'll get to that one. I think I know what he's talking about. These don't always go in order here. Michael K. I wish they would make it the law of the land. Yes, indeed. And too, it's the law of that land, but not of our land. Yes, indeed, for sure. And Emerald Coast Stacker here. I'm expecting a pullback, but how low? Maybe $34 an ounce. I would love to hear your prediction, Sal. Well, $34 is a very important number. And I think that really 30 is if 30 is the absolute bottom floor, I think there's strong resistance to $34. And I think probably that might be the low. But I think a pullback probably will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 35, maybe $36 if there's going to be a pullback. But we'll see here. 79 is here. I said hello to her before she said hello to me. All right, good to see 79. We've got Crunch and Munch says, I predict palladium will outperform platinum in the long run. Okay, I guess it could be. It's palladium's been on fire too lately. All right. Silver Sleuth says here, the shoe shine guy told me to skip platinum and buy crypto. All right, and that's. I mean, I think that crypto is a little bit more speculative, but platinum definitely is speculative for sure. There's ZZRDYF is here. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. And let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's get this thing moving here. It's a quiet evening here as far as the scammers calling us. They're supposed to call us at 6:15. None. Not a single one have done it, these sons of biscuits. Carrie Taryn with some algorithmic emoticons says gold and silver. Previously, they were seriously shorting PSLV, and PSLV would not go out and buy physical, waiting for that little bubble to pop. Yes, we shall see what happens. Getting that supply in. If they're not going to get more, what's going to happen there? Are they going to run out? We don't know. All right, we've got this from Bill Button. Says the thing about silver is 90% of the move comes in the last 10% of the leg. Yes, I hear you. It's crazy. All right, let's get everything in order again. Where we're at, we got Richard Metcalf with some algorithmic emoticons. Appreciate that, Richard. Very kind of you, sir. Let's see here. And let's get going with this. We've got investing wisely. I bet they have skyrocketed in value. Yes, make no mistake. He's made a lot of money on them. These coins have gone up. These are ones of a kind. Some of these things are. It's crazy. I like that MP40, by the way, in your profile picture. They're pretty cool. All right. There you go, Silver Scientist. The scammer just called him and he made weird noises. Okay, here comes the scammer. Finally, they're calling us. About time. Hello?
Tim, how are you?
I'm doing just fine and dandy. I'm a little sleepy, but that's okay. Maybe you can help wake me up.
You haven't had your coffee?
I haven't had my coffee, believe it or not. I'm not even slurping coffee tonight. That's an unusual circumstance, and I'm not doing it. Nobody's even noticed. Nobody noticed. You know what I'm saying?
Are you still at the office?
I'm still at the office. I'm working late. Yep. Because I knew you were calling, so I was like, I'm going to hang around here. By the time I get home, you know what I mean? I just, it'll be too much stress and pressure, so I figured I'd just wait for you to call me.
Good deal. Oh, so other than that, you're having a great day, right?
Other than that, it is a wonderfully mediocre day. It's extremely mediocre.
Let's make it spectacular then.
All right.
What do we need to do to make it spectacular?
Well, you could PayPal friends and family about $2,000 to my account. That would really put a smile on my face. It's a monetary gift. And if that would happen, we would skirt the taxes. We would, just be friends and family. There's no fees associated with it. I might even do 7 push-ups if you did that. In fact, I'm going to do them right now. I'm going to do it right now with the faith that you're going to do it. Let me get these 7 push-ups out of the way for you. Here we go. Hold on. Because I need to wake up anyway, since I don't have coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just did 8. I overachieved. I overachieved for you, all right? There we go. I'm not even running out of breath yet because I've only done 8 of them. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, back in the day, I used to be able to do. Let's see, I got up to 100%, and it got too easy. I got
Right. Well,
yeah.
let me tell you something. Back in my day, I got up to 100% too. I could do 100% of 12 push-ups back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
12 push-ups a day keeps the doctor away, right?
That's right. Exactly. That's exactly right.
Good deal. So did you get? Let me just.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. This might be my lawyer coming in here. Just hold on a second here.
Hi, Richard.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, this is Shauna calling back from Market Wizard Funding. We wanted to talk about your funding opportunity for your business.
Well, you called just in time. I got finished with 8 push-ups, and I knew Shauna was going to call me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be ready. I'm going to get the blood pumping a little bit here. So I did 8 push-ups, and here you are.
8 push-ups. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know, back in my day, Shauna, back in my day, I could do 100% of 12 push-ups.
Well, that's still more than me.
How many can you do?
I've not tried to do push-ups in a long time, so I have no idea.
Do you want to try it? Do you want to have a push-up contest between you and me?
Right now, you want to go? You just finished.
Yeah, I know, but I could probably go again. That's what she
Okay,
said.
let me try.
Okay, here, hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Hold on, let me get down here. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
That's what she said. Okay,
You
here we
ready?
go. Yep. Go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
God, you're going fast.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I went ahead and did the 12.
I can't go that fast. I made it to 6.
Well, the thing is you're probably doing them right. I shouldn't go that fast either, but I have to keep people's interest, so I had to do them quick because people get bored if I go 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? That just would just so I got it. But you got 6 done. That's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
See, you have another disadvantage too because you've got breasticles. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Now I'm not sure the cup size of those breasticles, but depending on the cup size, that means when you go down, they may get in the way.
They might.
Is that a possibility?
They might.
Is that indeed true? Did that happen this time?
It may be. Well, no, it didn't happen this time.
Okay. What's your height?
I'm 5'11".
If you're a pretty tall woman, and so likely, probably, depending on the length of your torso versus how far the breast tissue was to dangle, let's say, and then you have the angle between the tip of the nipple all the way to your navel, that triangle, there's a mathematical equation that we can figure this out. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But there's one missing criteria here. There's one missing. We have to solve for X, okay, Shauna?
Mm-hmm.
And in order to do that, we need to get the length of your torso, and then we need to get we already know that the ground is level where you're at, but then we need to figure out exactly the distance that would be from your chin, because the chin is really where you're at, because you want your chin to touch the ground. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's got to happen. So if your chin was able to touch the ground, then we have some idea of the cup size.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, we'll have to figure that out one day.
Yeah, we'll figure that out one day. We'll come to, maybe we'll have that in a different discussion. That's good. So how may I serve you today, Shauna, other than a physical activity? And
So I got a notification a few days ago. I tried to reach you, but I think it wasn't a good time. about the funding for Megan Enterprises.
Right.
I think it was 120 you were looking for.
Yes, it's always 120, and it's always $98,000 that I earn per month. I've got those numbers.
Okay.
I've got those numbers mesmerized now, Shauna.
Okay. So basically what we do on my end is you land on my desk when you've already been pre-approved. All I do is send you to underwriting.
Ooh,
So
that sounds like that sounds like criminal. It's like the underworld, and there's underwriters on the underworld. Is that what's going on here?
No criminals for sure.
That's good, because I once was considering laundering money, but it's the kind where we actually just put it in the washing machine to get all the crud off of it. You know, there's a lot of dirt and stuff on money. You know, and
Yes,
I don't like that. I'm not necessarily a germaphobe, but I did like to kind of wash my money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to touch it, I want to make sure it's clean, because I don't know whose hands these dollars have been on.
Understood.
Who knows? Jerome Powell could have touched one of these dollars, and that's the yuckiest thing ever. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
I mean, that's why they call him Too Late Powell, because he won't cut interest rates.
Very funny. Very funny.
And he's already doing... Go ahead.
No, okay, so I just needed a little bit from you, and then I was going to shoot you an email for you to send your bank statements to.
Oh, nice.
Whatever bank account you want the money deposited into, basically, is what they would need to look at.
Ah, Sweet Home Pennsylvania. I like that. Now, we have another guy on the line. He's been really quiet, and I was going to call him and say hello, but his name escaped me. In other words, that's a friendly way of me saying I forgot his name. So, if you're still here, sir, can you say something to us?
Hi, I'm Bob.
Bob, that's right, it's Bob. What about Bob? That's right, I should have known. He doesn't, by the way, Shauna, just so you know, he does not bob for apples. Okay?
Okay.
There's no bobbing for apples with Bob. He just here hanging out, just chilling like Bob Dylan. He asked me what he could do to make my day extra special, and I said if you could deposit $2,000 into my PayPal account via friends and family, that would be great, and I would give him 7 push-ups, and I gave him 8 before there was an actual commitment of said transfer of said funds.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Bob.
You too, Shauna.
It's Shauna, yeah.
All right.
Shauna.
I just need a little bit of information from you about the business.
Did you just say you peed a little information?
I need.
Oh, you need. Okay, I thought I heard a P in there. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, okay, let's see. Man, insane the membrane. Wow.
So, first, what is your date of birth?
My date of birth is 7/1/1956. I'm a young snipperwapper. There, Shauna. Actually, that's never been asked of me before, by the way, for a loan for my business, my birthday. But that's okay. I'm willing to give you everything, Shauna, because you sound so cute. And not only that, but I would probably give you my social insecurity number if you asked for it nicely.
No, I won't need that.
Okay.
Okay. So your home address and your business address, are they the same?
They are a little different, because I told Bob I was still at the office because I was waiting for his call. I was like, what do I do? Do I go home? Do I stay here? So we're still at the office here. Yeah, I'm sitting in the old office chair. You know what I'm saying?
Can you give me your home address first, please?
Whoa, man! Wow, that's a little forward here, man. My home, and I don't know that I've ever been asked that. Are you going to come pick me up for a date? And when I say date, I'm talking.
I am all the way in Florida.
Well, well, you don't know where I'm at. I didn't tell you where I was at. I could be in Melbourne, Florida right now, where you're at, and we could go out on the town. But when I was talking about dates, I was talking about the actual fruit. You know what dates are, right?
I do.
Yeah, so I'd like to eat some of those dates as long as they're not high in sodium. So that's what I mean. We should go find some dates.
Gotcha.
And
I'll let you know if I'm ever in Virginia. You're in Virginia, right?
No, I'm in Louisiana. But I could have been in Florida.
Okay. Well, let me know. Look me up if you can.
Well, is there any date farms out there?
I have no idea. I just go get them from the store.
Okay, well, because I'd like to get a bunch of dates at the date farm because they're the freshest when they're right off the trees. Because they do.
Gotcha.
You know, people say dates don't grow on trees, but yes, they actually do, if I'm not mistaken. If my
I'm not sure.
If my horticulture is right, then the dates grow on trees. Maybe Bob can Google that for us, or Can you ask the grok for us there, Bob? Do dates grow on trees?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure without looking at dates, definitely, I believe, grow on trees.
All right, you believe grow on trees. That settles it. That's great. All right. And then when I get the dates, I like to dance with the dates. Dance with the dates in my dreams. Listen to their hollowed screams. It's a little tune I'm writing up there, Shauna. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
Yeah. It's great. Well,
right.
Hey, lady and gentlemen, I never thought I'd say this to a crowd here. You've been a great crowd, lady and gentleman, singular. I never thought I'd have two people listen to me at one time. I get a little stage fright, here, and you're both humans, and you're listening to my voice, and it makes me feel great, So, but I do have to segue home. Literally, I do have a segue, and I take that home from the office here. So let's reconvene on Tuesday at exactly 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we'll get through all the particulars, the details, and more push-ups if we so desire. How's that sound good?
Well, all I need is the address, and I can send this application through and send you an email.
Okay, it's 23 Peach Street, Monroe, Louisiana. And that's 71202, okay?
And that's home or work?
That's my home. You asked for my home address. But don't come unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
I
won't. And what is the business's address?
The business's address is, it is 17 Fishers Avenue, Monroe, Louisiana. Same zip code, 71202, okay?
Perfect. Thank
All
you so much. I'll send you an email, Richard.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Thank you. And see you, Bob. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. Very good. All right. We've got Tucson Bubba. Says, glad I bought about 25 ounces of platinum at about $950 an ounce. All 10th ounce kooks. Whoa, Tucson Bubba, that's amazing. 25 ounces of 10 ounce kooks. That's in all the same year, Tucson, or different years? I'm curious to know. That's wild. Yes, indeed. There you go. Silver Heist is here. Welcome, Silver Heist. Good to see you guys as we peruse our way through this broadcast. What about copper? Well, Ronald Nelson, if you want to know about copper on this channel, if you go to the channel, if anybody wants to know what I thought about anything, I've got over 8,000 videos. And you just put a little search function there, type in copper. You put in the copper in there, and I got lots of videos about copper. Yes, indeed, lots of videos about copper. And now I've done some more recent videos on them too, but you can scroll through this and see what pops up there. There's a lot of different stuff on copper. Yes, indeed. So very good. All right, let's see here. We've got Astro Club chimes in with this little tasty goodness. Says, as you know, silver's price doesn't go up. The value of the dollar goes down. We're looking at new historic overspending over the past 10 years. I have faith in the dollar will continue to lose buying power, and silver and gold will preserve my buying power. Well, Astro Club, I would generally agree with you in a very, very general sense. But what about from 2011 to 2018? What happened to silver's price during the course of that time and the value of the dollar? Both went down. That's right, both went down. So there's times when the price does move, measured by these fiat currency notes. But in the long run, you're exactly right. And by the way, it goes without saying that that 2011 was an anomaly. But there's other points in time like let's say 2016 when it reached $32 an ounce, all the way through to 2019. That might be even better example of what I'm talking about here. All right. You guys are amazing. Glad you're here with us. Oh, wait a second. We got this. I forgot to mention this. Michael K. sent in $10 via PayPal Friends and Family. Very kind of you indeed, Michael K. That means I owe him 20. That's right, 20 push-ups for Michael K. Thank you so much. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Let me see that. That's right, Michael K. And thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. He says, for all the great work this week, Michael K., thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Let's give him 20 push-ups. We double it up there. Sunday poll was how we do. Oh, yes, I do. Silver Heist, we did not make it. Sunday poll was to get to $40. We did not make it, but we're still above 38, which was the previous Sunday's poll. So we're hanging on to that, but not quite 40, which is what they said. I might do it again this week. Let's give, let's see here. Oh, 10 curls, 10 push-ups. Okay, thank you, Michael K. Let's do 10 push-ups and 10 curls. I just saw that I was getting ready to go down. Here we go. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 of those. Let's do 10 good curls. And thank you for letting me mix it up a little bit here. It's very, very good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. For Michael K. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, I feel that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. And we've got David Parrish with some algorithmic rockets and metals here. Appreciate that very much. Let's see what John Knox has to say in this broadcast. Silver's about to retest $39 and maybe pull back the 34 to 36 range briefly. Then it breaks through 39 hard, pushing up to $44 to $45 where resistance will show. After that, watch 48.50. The ghost of the 1980 and 2011 spikes. That's where our old spike buyers will sell, but they'll regret when silver goes even higher. Okay, John Knox, I could see that play out. I could see that play out. What's your time frame, though, for this to happen? I'm curious. But anyways, good to see you guys. All right. Ralph thinks we'll get 36 next week. And let's see here. All right. And we got RM 1042, $40 an ounce. Isn't looking good for the end of the week unless there's a huge surge tomorrow. That's right. And it looks like we didn't get there. Didn't happen, but that's all right. And we've got Michael K. And again, thank you for that PayPal friends and family. Appreciate that. We need any more evidence. We need any more evidence. The squeeze is on. That's right, exactly. Sure is. And Bill 457, this one not a lot of people saw, but Rick Springfield, if you know who he is, he had a pretty wild gold coin collection for sure. He says, I remember watching General Hospital when Rick Springfield came out with the song Jesse's Girl. Never knew he was from Australia. Yeah, I know. I didn't know either until later, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I knew by the time I did this video, but and then he became a citizen in 2006. Pretty wild. Sure is. And he loves American coins. And very good. There you go. Thank you, Paul Tissue. Thumbs up for Sal. Thumbs down for Jerome Powell. Exactly right. We have Dennis Niemeyer chiming in with this. Says, turn the screws to the right and tighten up the price and buy the dips from Summit Metals. Thank you, Sal. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Good evening, Gaz Grill. Good to see. One more slurp. Matt Wings is here. Or Wing, and David Parrish is here. Helter Skelter's with us as well. Good crowd with us tonight as we press on through. It says Conrado Pango SD8 OM. on this video about the COMEX and LBMA being in trouble there. Says right now, price of silver is consolidating. 50 is very doable within the next year because of BRICS, tariffs, and rate cuts. All right, within the year, he thinks. Yeah. See, I think the tariff stuff will be figured out. I think after August, things should normalize with tariffs because he says that's it for the most part. I mean, for the most part, barring any kind of weaponization like what he's talking about with Russia. Richard Dadow says the bid price is the only price. You can ask for anything, but bid is a hard offer. Yes, that's true. Well, you'd be surprised right now. Many dealers are paying way back of spot, and they're paying back a bid price. Those are just reference points, really, when you think about it. All right, let's see here. And Mark Barr says here, prices for gold and silver when I was a senior in high school was $205 for gold and $552 for silver. If I only knew. I know what you mean, Mark Barr. Hindsight is 20/20 for sure. It sure is. All right. Very true. Thank you for that comment. Hubbo Bill says, my LCS is selling constitutional at 26 times face. All right. Still pretty close to spot, I think. And let's see here. Eyes of the Dragon says APMEX offered him $2 less than spot for current Silver Eagles and Maples. Wow. $2 back a spot. Then you got to pay for shipping to get it there, right? It's crazy. $2 back a spot. And let's see here. So that's good to know. What do we have moving and pressing forward to the next comment? I'm going to get my mouse back here. We've got Ray Gilgrath says, all the white metals have tremendous potential, including white gold, but my bet is on silver. Yes, indeed. There you go. Yeah, silver's doing pretty good. And platinum is volatile, but it's hanging in there. It's been the best performer of the year so far. Alan Atkins just got out of surgery. Did I miss anything today? Not too much, but I hope everything went well with your surgery. I hope it wasn't too major, and hopefully that's the last one you got to get. Hopefully you felt okay coming out of surgery. That would always scare me coming out, so I hope you're doing well, my friend. Autumn fall. So this means you can take a 1-ounce silver buffalo into McDonald's and get a hamburger. And technically you could. You wouldn't want to do that, and they may look at you weird. But it is legal tender. It would be a legal transaction for $1. Yes, indeed. Steve C. is here. He made it. Welcome, Steve C. Good to see you, sir. And we've got Autumn. Yes, that's right. We answered Autumn. We got Joseph Prey. Says this. Is there a way to test platinum to make sure that you're getting the real thing? The easiest way is going to be an expensive way, and that is to get a precious metals verifier or take it to a local coin shop that has one. They have settings for platinum, although the easiest, if you don't have that, then really it's just a matter of putting it in your hand. It's very dense and hard, and so if you have it in your hand, you can feel it. And it's got that density to it, more than likely it is platinum. If they were to use lead, it would be very soft, and you could literally put your fingernail into it, and it would probably dent the metal. Lead is very soft, and it is, I think it's more dense than lead, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. All right, good question. Aviation professional looking at Monster Box coins. Who has the best prices lately? Well, it's everywhere. You look out for the best deals. Channel sponsor is Summit Metals, but they may not always have the lowest price. But if you're getting a Monster Box, you're probably going to save some. No matter where you go, so I would just suggest to search around and check out and see what's out there. But check out Summit Metals too, because you might be surprised some of the pricing they've got for some of this stuff. Might be the lowest. You never know. And by the way, if you order from Summit Metals now, you get $10 off by putting the code. Let me just see if I can find it real quick here, just to tell you. Because I put a community post on it, and it's 3 S's for it. It is Summit Salivate Summer. Summit Salivate Summer. All together, capital S for Summit, capital S for Salivate, capital S for Summer, for $10 off of orders $500 or above any item. So you can save an extra $10. $10 may be the difference between that and whatever with those items. Yes, indeed. Cybercurrent Twitcher, here's a slurp for the Folgers Black Silk. Just discovered we can get it across the pond. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome that you can get it, my friend. It's very, very cool. Shadowwork says it's not a complete precious metals portfolio without platinum and palladium. That's right. You're going to be well diversified. Those 4 metals, and maybe even rhodium if you can find some, would be great. All right. Let's see here. 8-inch destroyer. Heard through the grapevine. The scam callers have you on a no-call list. All right. There are probably some do, but there's so many scammers out there that the number gets circulated around and all that jazz. And so, yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Will Call Johnson says, or Will Johnson, I'm selling in November. What kind of premiums can you expect selling platinum? Well, November's a ways away. And, my guess is just really going to depend on where you're going to sell it to. You're at the mercy of whoever you're going to be buying it from, because it is not as liquid as gold and silver. That's the one downfall with platinum, is it is not as liquid as gold and silver. So it just depends. It depends on the undergarment. Let's see here. All right. And let's press on. We've got Michael Porter. I don't own any platinum or palladium. Over the past 6 years, I just focused on gold and silver. Is now a good time to start buying physical platinum or some platinum in the futures market? Well, future market, I would get the physical. I know you're going to pay more for it, but I would probably be a good idea if you focus on gold and silver the past 6 years. It may not be a bad idea to diversify and grab an ounce of platinum if you can. I would say yeah, but do your own research on it. See if it's right for you. But anyways, all right. But I like platinum. Scream it, bro. Sal, let's explore. All right. We're screaming it. Stacker Factor on this video from this morning about the LBMA and the COMEX says this. And that's a great point about not selling back to the LCS. They'll lowball you anyway. Selling PMs for sale, or at least get you shining into the hands of another fellow stacker and not a businessman. That's right. There's some peer-to-peer places you can go that are trustworthy you can check out as well. For sure. All right. And let's see here. Where are we at? Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got Stephen McLaughlin says, I'm buying as much silver as I can. Try getting my constitutional stack as high as possible. There you go. I like that. Yeah, John Knox, check out my community post. I've got the code there. It is a little longer code, but it's a Summit Salivate Summer. Summit Salivate Summer. It's right there on the community post, my most recent community post. You'll see it there. The more the price is undervalued, the more I can buy. There you go. Nice. Silver Serpents. Keep on buying in the free world. True that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Nice. Good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me here. I stand ready to do more exercises if so desired. But we're just rocking and rolling here and going through some of the comments. We had 2 scammers call, and we did it right there together. All in one. It was fun. It was tasty. It was crazy. Okay, there's Shauna. A good time to call. Of course, it's a good time to call. We just talked. And we're here. All right, let's see here. Just saw that text. And Gordon Key says, stop the melt, keep your eye on silver, keep stacking. Thanks for the info. Salivate Summer. There you go. Summit. It is a Summit Salivate Summer for $10 off. Orders $500 and above. THS, I love Sal's current event reports. Never stop, Professor. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. It means a lot to me, for sure. Trying to grow the channel, so I'm doing it. But I appreciate you watching, my friend, THS. A cool video idea would be for you to go through your top 10 favorite gold pieces and the story behind why. You could do the same with silver. Yeah, that is something I may consider doing. It'd be tough to pick out 10, but maybe I'll look into doing that. My top 10 favorite gold coins, top 10 favorite silver coins. I don't know. Would you all be interested in me doing a video like that? I'll try to remember this if so, but type yes top 10 if you think I should do a video like that. Type no top 10 if you don't think I should, or you wouldn't watch a video like that. All right, have a good night. All right, take care. All right, 8-inch Destroyer, have a good night, my friend. Thanks for popping in tonight. I always appreciate you, sir. Take it easy, rest up, and feel better. Hopefully you're getting better day by day. Praying you are. Ominous Rooster on about Russia. Buying gold, buying silver. I like silver. Gold is my favorite. Keep it coming, Sal. Good job in the video. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that so very much. There is Ardell is here. Thank you, Ardell. The tribe says yes, top 10. All right. And Big Green says yes, top 10. ZZ Top has top 10. All right. Top $10 bills. You only have one. That's right. Only got the one, MG. That's right. Josh says yes, top 10. Very cool. All right. So y'all would. And then there's enough of them that you might be interested in seeing it. All right. Have a good night, Dennis Niemeyer. Thank you for being here, Dennis, tonight. Appreciate you so much. We're popping in as we go through. Handle some of these other comments that have made their way across my device to answer to you. North Star Stacker is here. Welcome, North Star Stacker. And there's Silver Sleuth is with us tonight. Always good to see you guys. Appreciate you popping in. All right, on this video from this morning about the COMEX and LBMA, we got a comment here from Pink Panther. It says, the Genius Act is a sleazy way for CBDCs. Trump's your true color is now displayed for you. Buy gold, silver, and all commodities ASAP. Well, I've heard that the exact opposite but maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's a back end. Maybe there's some of the sunsetting stuff that's going on in there that says, and there seems like a lot of that happening, it seems. And it's crazy. Why would you put something in legislation that's going to sunset in 3 years? And has a cap on it? Like these tax cuts, like no tax on tips. There's a $6,000 cap, I think, on it, and it expires in a couple of years. That's crazy. Happy trails, Donald Robinson. Thanks for popping in, Donald. There's Collector here. Collector. Welcome. Silver Sleuth says, good for Rick. Rick is also a Bull Terrier fan. Interesting. Sounds like he's got a lot of hobbies there. That's cool. Probably in his mid-70s by now. Wonder what his motive to sell is. Yeah, me too. I wonder. He looks good for being in his mid-70s. He was an older rock star back then, so that's pretty amazing. Pretty wild. Zardoz is here. Welcome, Zardoz. Good to see you. Glad you're here with us tonight. And let's peruse to the next comment here. See, we've got Thomas Sanders says here, silver's the middle of the future unless you're eating out of Alpo cans, and then keep your stack. There you go. All right. Yes, indeed. We have metal of the future. It's going to be used for sure. Unaffiliated with some thumbs up on this. Thank you. Unaffiliated with a thumbs up from Joe Cavey. Thank you. I always appreciate those thumbs up on the videos. Only about a quarter of you do it, but I appreciate those that take the time to do it. Hopefully it's not, says my kitten is a grandmaster. Yes, hopefully it's not in trouble. Well, it could get itself out of trouble if they have silver moving in and these lease rates come back down. But so far, the stress is tightening on the silver market. And some of it's been going for a while. It's just been exacerbated by the fear of more tariffs coming in general and tariffs on silver. in particular. All right. And we got Timothy Whittington saying cool on this one here, which we appreciate him and his comment. Thank you, Timothy Whittington. We got the BA. I can see silver breaking $40 in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Metal strength with stocks hitting an all-time high is impressive. It sure is, and I could see that happening too. I'm not necessarily willing to go there yet and to go make a third prediction for the price of silver this year. I've been right 2 times this year, and if I get it wrong for the third, maybe 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Robert L. I don't understand why you are saying silver's in a crisis. We've been expecting something like this. Doesn't mean that the price is going to explode and hold. It's in a crisis. When the lease rates are doing that, that means it's a little bit in a crisis mode. When there's no silver to trade, like I report on this morning, that's a crisis for silver. Yes, indeed. All right. Wish I had Sal's stack. Oh, man, Paul Tissue. Wish I had Sal's stack instead of Jesse's girl. There you go. Thank you. All right, folks. I think we've caught up on all the comments. And with that, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. You guys are amazing. We're going to be back here on Sunday night. Sunday. So hope you will join me then when we watch the markets open up and see what happens there in Asia. With that, I'd like to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. See you later.